Welcome to Camp Navarro. So you're the new replacement. You are out of uniform, soldier! Where is your power armor?
What?
Don't have any? You expect me to believe that, maggot? The truth is, you lost an expensive piece of Army-issue equipment. That suit is going to come out of your pay, and you will remain in this man's army until you are 510 years old, which is the number of years it will take for you to pay for a Mark II powered combat armor you have lost. Report to the armory and have a new suit issued to you, then report back to me, Private. Dismissed! Excellent! You're in uniform now, so I'm going to give you a rare opportunity. We are going to start over as if I never met your sorry ass. Would you like that, soldier?
What?
Outstanding. Proceed on the double to the hangar, where you will stand guard duty. You will do a fine job. Do you understand?
The Cuirass. This was requested by RyanTube112 from my Discord server. You should totally join it. So here we go. The Cuirass costs 1,000 francs. Purchasing this gives you access to numerous cavalry regiments. Do note that some nations do not have cavalry regiments, such as America, Denmark, and a few others. So at the start of Roscoff and Vadhos Fortress in Copenhagen, you can't play as the Kürassier. Also note that one of the French regiments requires a regiment pack. There's a link to that showcase in the eye in the corner. Now onto the stats of this item. It has 33% damage resistance against physical attacks, so that includes like scratches and that sort of thing. It is a one-time purchase, so no buying extra copies like the siege armor. There is a 33% damage resistance against explosions. It protects you from the Kürassier charge, and it prevents you from getting the gashed effect. That means if you do have some spare health, you should protect your comrades from being stabbed by the Zuirassier. And what are the downsides of wearing this thing? There is a slower reload speed for firearms, a higher firearm projectile speed, limited ammunition other than the exception of the air rifle of 10 rounds, which includes double-barreled weapons, so even if you have the horse rifle, you only have 10 rounds. There is 10% more damage from fire. You are 10% slower, and you do not have the bayonet if you have the musket equipped. As you can see with these downsides, it is highly suggested to go for like a more melee focused build, such as with the lance or the spontoon. Its slow speed especially makes this item pretty undesirable, and it really doesn't help in avoiding attacks or escaping bombers. Now onto the 3 classes it gives you access to. Infantry is where the Cuirass is in its prime. I highly suggest using either the carbine, the lance, or the air rifle for this class. It's an alright version of the class. The slow speed really doesn't help, and you can't exactly be a good sniper with the limited ammunition. Therefore, you'd think going melee would be great, but with the slowness it is harder to escape impending danger. The carbine with its higher reload speed can make this a little more viable, but the limited ammunition can make it a little challenging. The air rifle makes it more viable, but that thing costs 10,000 francs. Therefore making a pretty damn good Cuirassier infantry cost 11,000 francs, which is pretty expensive. But if you do have the air rifle, that means you do have way more ammunition than you would have without it. So already it isn't exactly a viable subclass. Also note in endless rounds, your ammunition does replenish, not for the air rifle but for the other weapons. The only issue is in holdout maps like St. Petersburg and Berezina is the ammunition does not replenish, so that can be a little tricky and annoying. The officer is somehow, at least in my experience, worse than the infantry with the Cuirass. It doesn't provide many strategic advantages considering one of your weapons has to be a firearm. Using the spontoon could aid since standing still is way better with that slowness debuff than walking around, but keeping the regular officer's charge is also viable because you like that momentum with a slower movement speed. As for musician, it is quite literally just the regular musician. There is nothing special about it other than the helmet. It's just there for looks. And of course, the Zombified Cuirassier. If you die with 50% infection or more as a Cuirassier, with the exception of the musician, you'll become a Zuirassier. In conclusion, the Cuirass gives the defenses you would need because of the slowness. Its only real benefit that I can see is the Zuirassier charge protection, but other than that, in my gameplay experience, it feels kind of slow and clunky to use. And the rest of the downsides don't particularly make it viable, because I like shooting bombers. If you're out of ammo, you can't shoot bombers, and that kind of sucks.